Hey guys, I thought I would try something a little bit different. Today, I am flying a plane. Who'd have known? We're actually flying a BN-2 Islander from Oban to Inverness. Scotland to Scotland, essentially. We're flying in a Hebridean Airlines flight, which is the Airways flight that they do as a sort of charter flight from Oban to Inverness. We're going to do the whole setup of the BN-2 Islander and fly the plane all the way to Inverness for you guys. We're going to do it on the VatSim network. There's not any ATC live currently at the moment in either airport, and Scottish Centre isn't live, so it's all going to be Unicom chatter as well. But I do believe we're going to have some traffic as we land in Inverness, but that will be part of the course, and we'll see how that goes. I hope you guys enjoy. Okay, we're going to get started here. We're going to start the plane. Now, the thing is with this plane, it is a turboprop. First of all, we're going to open all the doors, and we are going to essentially pretend that this woman in the back here, she's a scary woman, I don't like her very much, is our passenger for today. So we are going to do that. We're going to close our door. We're going to close 1, 2, 3 and cargo. We're going to take away the chocks, gust locks, the pitot tube cover, engine cover and the boarding steps. Now the plane is essentially disconnected from everything it needs to be disconnected from. Now we are going to turn on our battery isolation switch, and now that we've done that, we are going to go right and left generator, beacon lights on, nav lights on. After that, we can now load into VatSim. We're going to connect BN2P to VatSim. We are connected. Now the flight plan has been, so Echo Golf Papa Echo, that's where we're going to. So we're going to file that flight plan with VatSim. So there is no excuses for us not to be seen by the VatSim network. We're going to turn our avionics master on now. Before we start the engines, we're going to set the route direct to. Now we're going to right click on that, and we are going to start. We're going to look for Echo. It is VFR, so we do not have to follow heading here. So we're going to be Echo Golf. Golf. And then Papa. Come on. Let's do this. P. And that's Kirkwall. We don't want that. We want Echo. Sit there, Inverness. And we're going to hit enter. It's going to ask us to activate. We're going to activate that and you'll see it go live there. Now, we're on the ground. We've got no engines currently. So, what do we do to get engines, you might say, Andrew? Now, we're going to make sure we don't need all these lights and stuff like that on. It's quite warm here in Oban. It's about 20 degrees at the moment on the ground, 20 degrees Celsius. We're going to turn our propeller RPM up and our mixture to rich for the starting procedure. We're going to get the fuel selectors left and right. Fuel pumps on both sides while we're on the ground, and magnetos for the starboard and the port side. We're going to let that run for 2 seconds. We're going to make sure that we're going to be on Unicom, which is 122.8. You're going to have to bear with me, chat. I'm not very well at the moment. I'm unwell today, but I just thought, why the f not do this for a little flight. We're going to make sure our standby comms 2 is set as well to 122.8. So that should mean there's no excuses for us to not hear any ATC. Our flight that we are going to go to, we're going to go to 8,000. Flight level 080. We won't activate anything like that just now when we're on the ground. We need to make sure that we're on GPS. While we're on the ground though, we need to make vertical speed armed and barometric pressure armed. We will reset that when we're in the air, make sure it's all working. But right now, we press B. Altitude is set. So we've got the current pressures inputted into the plane. Okay. Engine left is started. Engine right is started. Let that run. Okay. Now that we are on the ground, we're gonna just turn and hope that this plane's got enough room to turn. It does have propeller RPM to the rear, but I don't really want to do that right now. So that's where we're at. Let's just open up the camera here. Let's have a look at this cool looking plane on the ground. It is Hebridean flight, and our call sign for today is Hebridean 4 Free Golf. So we are going to be taxiing down. This should be a taxiway. We're just going to drive on the grass onto that runway there. The runway that we are flying out of today is runway 19, and we're landing on runway 23 in Inverness. So we're going to get back into cockpit view. We're going to just do that. Now that we're on the ground, we do final checks of everything that is active. We don't need cabin lights, landing lights, it does need to be on. We'll put the pack signs on anyway. I believe we are comfortable and ready to fly. Make sure that comms receiving and is activated on the plane. We'll set the nav receiver audio on as well, just so that it's all there. Let's go. We're good to go. We don't need the ADF beacon for just now. Okay, we're just going to set our squawk code to something random. Probably something roughly similar to that. Will be fine. Okay, chat. We're going to start rolling now. Parking brake disengaged. Throttle up. This poor guy is going to get his head chopped off in a second, but I don't tune into the in-game ATC. Get on the taxi. Oh, hello. We are in VatSim, right? Why is it telling me where to go here? My AI pilot has decided to do something stupid. Why is my taxi ribbon on? Doesn't make a difference. I'll have a look at that another time, but right now I need to just go all the way over here using taxiway alpha. Okay. Hebridean 4 free taking off runway 19 from Oban. Okay, let's do this. Just rolling takeoff, we'll go flaps 1. You can do no flaps takeoff in this thing, it's a stall aircraft, so. We nearly got taken out by a supposed tug in Oban, so that's how it goes. Positive rate, no gear, but we will put flaps up, and we are clear to fly up to 8,000. We're going to do a half bank and turn the plane. Now the terrain around here is quite bumpy and quite high up, so we're going to manually fly until we're high enough up. Bit of a wind there, but we'll be okay. As you can see, that's actually Ben Nevis, Glen Nevis, and all of the mountains in Scotland. It seemed to be all around Oban, so. I'm gonna manually turn and go up. Airspeed is live. We're good to go. Good thing about this little flight is that it is a real world flight. They do fly from Oban to Inverness in a little BN-2 Islander in this exact aircraft, and the call sign is not correct, and also the tail number is not correct to the actual aircraft that Hebridean Air Services use, but it's something a bit different. I thought that we could do a little bit of a flight in this thing. I've been learning this plane for the past week. If you've tuned into any of the streams that I've done over on International Paddock, link to that in the description below. You guys will know that I have been flying this plane religiously for the past week, and I really love it. It's such a nicely built plane in the game. Now we are above 1,000 as well. We can probably turn the fuel pumps off. There should be no air in the system. We did do a pretty quick takeoff there to get us up on altitude. Right, now that we're up, we're going to enable autopilot, and we are going to select nav mode, and we're going to be going up 700 feet per minute. We're going to just turn that off and on again, and just reset the barrel, make sure it's comfortable. We are going to go vertical speed of 700 to 800 feet per minute. Just now, we'll keep the engines pinned. Now, the good thing about this aircraft is it is a very comfortable aircraft to fly, and it's very cheap at the moment. I think it's only £12 or £12.50 or whatever it is in the Microsoft Store. So if you want to pick up this aircraft, you definitely can. A lot of fun to fly, I'll tell you that much. We are just flying over Fort William now, near enough. It's down here. Quite nice actually when you look at this sort of scenery. And to our right hand side, this is Ben-Nevis. We're flying over now, pretty much in this area. It doesn't make it look so big, but it is very big. This sort of area here, we're sort of just flying over the top of it now. And it's sort of subsidiary area around it. This is the Great Glen Way, down this way, just behind the engine there. Pretty cool, huh? This game really does depict the area in Scotland quite well. I mean, the textures aren't 100%, but you know, this is pretty cool. I mean, you can see here you've got quite a cool, like it's even showing the walking trail on the top of this hill here, which is pretty much one side of Ben-Nevis, which is the tallest mountain in the UK and one of the tallest in the whole of Europe, if you didn't know that already. Pretty cool. We're at flight level 060 at the moment, going up, climbing to 080. Flight time depicts us to be a little bit farther away than we actually are, but we are gunning it right now, would be the words to use. We've got a tailwind of about 32 knots. Sorry, make that 35 knots tailwind behind us at the moment. We're going to be landing into a headwind, so we're going to be flying over the airport at first at flight level 020 or 2,000 feet, and then we're going to come in and land in Inverness comfortably, coming on the headwind, which is runway 23. If you guys are enjoying content like this, you need to tell me that you do. How do you do that? Well, you subscribe of course and hit that like button. It's the only way you can possibly make me feel any better. And also comment what you would like to see me fly next. I do have a lot of planes at my disposal, and if there's any planes that I don't have, I'll get them so that you guys can see me learn them and fly them at the same time as you do, and try and help you as much as I can as to my knowledge behind the aircraft as well. I'm not a very experienced pilot. Actually, I still have the remarks in my my bio on VatSim as new pilot, even though I'm not the newest pilot on the block, I can tell you that much. But it is good to be flying with everybody as well in the international paddock community. We've got quite a few of us that seem to fly at the same times. A couple of us have done some your controls dual cockpits. Can be a bit glitchy, good fun though. for more streams like that, you do need to go and follow the International Paddock channel on Twitch, because that's where they'll be streamed live as well. Here we go. We are reaching flight level 080 at the moment. Altitude's a bit lower than what we'd like it to be, but it will change. We'll balance out. There's a little bit of a cloud layer to our right, and you can see the sort of marine layer in the distance as well, which is okay. Very clear skies over Ardguy, which is to the north of us right now, over here, Ardguy Hills. To the south, down that way is Glasgow, Argyll and Bute. This down here, actually I believe this is Fort William. No, this is not Fort William. This is Drumnadrochit, surely. Yeah, this is Drumnadrochit down here. Very good looking. A lot of nice scenery down here. Just trying to picture where I am actually on the map. See, because I have been to Fort William quite a few times. That actually does look like Fort William, so that means that we are technically flying over Ben Nevis at the moment, right below us, which would mean that my last comments were invalid, but that does look to be Fort William. It just looks like there's too many buildings down here for it to be Fort William. It could very well be Drumnadrochit, but we'll let that slide. But we are just about to come into Loch Ness now, which you can see that big area of water is Loch Ness. See if we can find Nessie, shall we, chat? See if we can find him. Yeah, a bit of cloud. Couple of thermals that we're hitting at the moment, but we're alright. This aircraft is very stable in the air. Local traffic, this is Hebridean 4, free flight level 080. Do a little call out on air traffic control. There is no control, it's more air traffic than anything else. Just let them know that we are in the area. Right now, however, there is a couple of aircraft. I'm just looking at our flight just now. As you can see, I don't know why it's put as a storing away. We are not storing away. That's a mistake on my end, but we are landing from Oban. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is Loch Ness. As you can see down here, where the aforementioned Loch Ness monster lives. It does look pretty cool, actually, when you look at it from the sky. Looks a lot wider when you're down there on the ground, but it's definitely not that way. Down there would be, there's a castle on this little bit here. I don't know if it's actually modelled in the game, but there is a castle. I've never seen the castle model, but there is one here. We are quite nice at the moment for our rate of knots that we are travelling. We're just about to come into Inverness now. We are about 25 nautical miles out from the airport. Airport is over this direction here. But this is Inverness. We've got the Caledonian Canal and Inverness. So the Inverness goes this way. You can see that there. The Caledonian Canal goes this way. Splits Inverness in half, essentially. Okay, we're just about to start our descent. So now we will engage our vertical speed to negative 900, throttle back to half throttle. We can climb faster, we'll go 1,000. The airspeed is going to be fine, we're going to drop a little bit in airspeed as we get a little bit lower as well, but that's okay. So we're dropping from 8,000 to 2,000, ready for landing in Inverness. We're going to be landing runway 23, so we're going to start looking at setting the plane up for landing in the next couple of minutes. But right now we are coming in to a little bit of sort of loose cloud here over the back of Inverness. It isn't too bad in the grand scheme of things. When we get low enough, we'll turn off our... Make sure that actually... We'll keep the heat on just now, it doesn't make a difference. It's hot enough outside. Air temp is probably only about 4 or 5 degrees at this height, but it'll be fine. As we're getting a little bit lower, we're going to see if we can spot the runway. I can see a little bit of the runway now, actually, off in the distance. That is Inverness over there. Let's see where we are in relation to everything. The clouds are not helping right now. We'll take control at about 5 nautical miles out. We should be down at 2,000 by that point. And we will drop a little bit more speed just now on the throttle. There's the IFR flight plan indicators and beacons on the map for when we would be coming in like an Airbus or something like that, or an ATR. But we're not. We are flying VFR, so let's just have a look. I'm going to have a look on VatSim right now just to make sure we are the next aircraft to land. There is somebody on the ramp in Inverness just now. They have just landed. Watch our distance now. We are 10 nautical miles out. Let's be prepared for this. Drop the throttle back a little bit more. Watching to see if we can see any lights on the taxiway, just in case he's sitting on the runway still. I can imagine he isn't. Okay, we're 8.2 nautical miles out. Our ground speed is lowering, 143, which is good. Speed's comfortable. Inverness traffic. This is Hebridean 4-3 starting approach to Inverness via runway 23. She is bumpy here in Inverness, I'll tell you that much. We'll lower the airspeed a little bit. Just make sure that we are comfortable. We are getting buffeted a little bit. We have quite a lot of hills around us that's probably pushing the air a little bit here. Yeah, I can see the runway. We have full visual. Holy Jesus. Holy Jesus. She is bumpy. She is bumpy. Okay, I'm ready to nearly take full control of the aircraft now, but we'll need to be really comfortable. Look at that. It is bumpy as all hell right now. Increase the speed a tiny bit. And we are getting buffeted. She is bumpy. She is very bumpy. Oh my. This is going to be fun, landing in this. I don't think we'll go any more than flaps 1. 25 degree of flap. I think other than that we will be asking for trouble. I think we'll slow down enough in this bloody crosswinds that are going on right now. Game's lagging a little bit. Right, we're going to take control. Plane's mine. Autopilot off. Plane is having fun in that in the turbulence. It's all thermals. It is very hot here in Scotland today. Very hot. Look at that. It's just catching the nose and trying to lift the plane up. We're going to go and head out towards the ocean and come back in, or the Muddy Firth. This airport is my local airport. Apologies to all the passengers in the back. I do not care about your safety. That would be the words I am saying right now. Just a little bit of light chop. Just a little bit of light chop. That's all it is. Oh my. This is going to be fun turning around into this. Ugh. Okay, now's the time. We've got full performance available to us. We're going to make sure that we are comfortable with everything. We don't need landing lines. We are good to go. Come on, plane. Come on, plane. Come on. Just drop me a little bit in altitude if we can. The plane will let me. Don't do this. Don't do this. That's a good girl. Don't be doing this. Okay, let's turn hard left now. Let's get full throttle on while we turn. Okay. Inverness traffic, this is Hebridean 4-3, starting 5 mile final for runway 23. Quite an aggressive bank angle, but we kind of need that right now. Let's see if we can see the airport, which is over there. Quite aggressive left and right there, that was the wind catching the plane. Let's get back onto the center line. Start dropping in altitude now. We're going to put flap 1 down now, just to reduce some speed off. Flap 1, 25 degrees, active. Watch that ground speed, that's the important number here. Landed in a headwind at 98. Right, let's drop some altitude now. Plane's getting caught by thermals, as you can see. It's very, very warm in Inverness at the moment. I would know, I was there this morning. Bit of rain and heavy clouds as well, which doesn't help when it comes to conditions, but it's okay now. I'm going to drop speed back a little bit as we come into land. Okay, Papa lights, we are all white at the moment. Bit of lag there as we're coming in. I think we're going to put full flaps in. 50 degrees. Right, drop a little bit lower. Get some speed up. God, it's getting caught. Yeah, flaps 25 is going to be our magic number today, I think. It's just getting caught too much. Crabbing a little bit here as well, but we'll make this a crisp, clean landing. I know we will. It's gonna be butter. Still a tiny bit high, but we'll just dead stick it for a second. Let the plane drop in altitude. Glide in. And brakes, full flaps. Okay. We need to go to taxiway Alpha. Actually, we could probably pull off here and go down the runway. Just announce we're clear of runways 23. Engines nice and spooled up. Inverness traffic. This is Hebridean 4-3, now clear of runway 23. runway here is not normally used. It's normally either the GA aircraft, small aircraft that use this runway, or it is emergency services, mostly SAR cases and stuff like that, used by the Coast Guard. We taxi in here. We will park up at a random GA stand closer to the terminal. We won't take up any of the gates or the slots. Okay. Got a little bit of speed up at the moment. What we can do actually, we'll go and park using taxiway Alpha, park at one of the Logan Air stands on the other side. A Baron, I think, is that a Baron to the right? And a King Air, I believe, sitting there as well. So this is Inverness, ladies and gentlemen. Quite a small airport. There's that guy from earlier, parked up at the gate. Inverness traffic, Hebridean 4 free taxiing to Logan Air Stand 1 via taxiway Alpha. Correction. Echo. Hebridean 4-3. Had to make a correction there. There's two planes inside each other. That seems a bit weird. Is that another Hebridean parked up where we were gonna park? Do I have to assert dominance on another Hebridean? I might have to. Sorry, we'll park up next to him. It's not a Hebridean. Park up next to him here. He's about to get his head chopped up, but somehow I don't care. Okay, on the ground, set, parking brake, engines set to propellers on 0, mixture cut both engines, transponder off, generators off, battery off. There we go. 38 minutes of flight time there. Isn't bad at all, but let's tidy up the aircraft. Cargo doors open. There we go. Put the chocks in. Gas locks, pitot tube, engine covers, and the boarding steps for missus to get off. Just now, we'll turn the avionics master off, so the next time we jump in the aircraft, we're going to be sorted. Magnetos off. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. We have completed our flight here to Inverness from Oban. Nice little flight up Loch Ness and getting moving. If you want to see more of this in the future, you know what to do. Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more content like this coming your way soon. It's been very slim and far between with my content creation recently because of International Paddock, but if you do feel inclined to jump into International Paddock and see what we do there, a link in the description will be available for you to use to access both our Twitch and our YouTube as well. Thank you very much for watching, and I will catch you again in the next one. Peace.